Hey, sorry about that. So, as I said in my comment, I think that grapeseed map mod is conflicting with something I have. Like the world wasn't even loading, and when I loaded it last time, it said there was a lot of errors. So I'm just gonna start a new world, unfortunately, but we're gonna keep it going. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make a world. Um, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go make a coffee quick and wait for some other people to join. And then, yeah, it is what it is, though. I mean, it's beta, it's unstable. So I'm just going to reiterate, I'm starting a new world. I'll show you guys what mods I use, how to tweak the settings to similar to how I do it. But I'm just going to take 2 minutes. I'm just going to go get a coffee quick from my house, obviously. I'm not going to Starbucks or anything, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, shit, I think you're right with the better water mod. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to use a map mod this time. I got my coffee. We're set up. All right, so I'm going to walk you through what mods I use. Um, I might make this into like a video as well for, people who want to take this into account. Obviously, it is your own world and you could play however you like. This is how I prefer to play. So one thing I highly recommend is the KI5 car mods. I use every KI5 car mod sides So the Pierce Arrow Pumper is a fire truck. I don't use that one. But honestly, I'm going to use it. So we're going to use all the KI5 car mods that I'm subscribed to at least. We're going to use Blue Moon. Blue Moon kind of retextures the nighttime, as you see. There's some examples. It makes the nighttime look cooler. I use Alarm Syndrome that allows you to turn off alarms a lot easier. We are going to use Butt Stroke, Old Winters, Context Menu Icons, Darker Map, Draw on the Map, Easy Vehicle Entry, Exercise with Gear, Equipment UI, Grasslands, Here Goes the Sun, Hide Debug Menu. Yeah, I was going to mess with it off stream. I just subscribed to it before I started today. We're going to use Hot Brass. This is a really good one. I highly recommend this mod for all of you people that love like realism or whatever. Injured Zombies Stumble. So in my stream, you'll see zombies just like fall down and kind of become crawlers or grubs or whatever. So this mod, Injured Zombie Stumble, is nice because it rewards, like, there'll be certain cases where you're fighting 5 zombies at once, and you're just smacking the shit out of them, and they're not dying. This is a reward system, so now, even if you don't fully kill them, and you're just damaging them, there's a chance that they'll stumble, and they become an easy kill. Obviously, we play with Inventory Tetris. That's my favorite mod. This is like my #1 mod that I love. We'll do item condition overlay. Mini health panel. Mini health panel's really nice. Minimal sidebar. This is also a very good mod. Minimal sidebar. So basically the icons on the left side, if you're not hovering over them, they disappear. They get out of your eye. You know, I'm big into reducing as much UI clutter as possible besides the bottom bar. Do more damaged objects. Off-road go burr. Off-road go burr just makes trucks and stuff more viable off-road. Open all containers is also a very good one. Ogram's mod. RAF, realistic automatic fire rate. Rain cleans blood. We'll do realistic temperature. Realistic temperature is a good one. Realistic zombie texture is another good one. It makes the zombies look more realistic when, like, later on, when they're all decomposed and stuff. Zav's cooking is a really good one. I'm not going to play with Somewhat Water, unfortunately. But we will play with Spongy's character customization, HD textures, base pack, underwear. Sprinters Overtime is another good one. Starving Zombies is good. Tombs textures. This retextures the bodies, like the torsos. Toughness skill is another good one. Trailers. Weapons on back. Vanilla food expanded. Vanilla gear expanded. Vanilla firearm expanded. Not going to do the post 93. We're going to keep it lore friendly. We'll do Pack Mule. Pack Mule just adds like vests and whatnot. And we'll do Project Seasons and Useful Barrels. And Tactical Sheets Reborn. Alright, that's pretty much it. And we got Warm Up. So those are the mods I'm going to use. We're going to get into some gameplay here. Every time I start a world, it takes a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I thank you for being patient. So one thing I'm not going to use, I'm not using any map mods, and I'm not going to use any water graphical mods. So now, before I go into the world, this is for 2x. If you want to mess with the settings, you have to click Custom Sandbox in the top left, and then you hit Next. So we're going to select our spawn point. I'm just going to ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 5, and that's how we'll decide. Hey Siri, Pick a number between 1 and 5. Siri said 5, so we're going to do West Point. For time, so right here, first tab, time. You could fuck with how long the days are. I leave it. Months since the apocalypse, we're going to set it to 6. And I'm going to put us in... Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 12. Siri says 8. So we're going to be in August at 7 a.m. For zombies, I'm going to do high. I'm going to set respawn to low. Speed will be random. Random sprinter amount will be custom. Transmission is saliva only. And other than that, I don't really mess with it. Loot, we're going to set all the loot to... Perishable food will be extremely rare. Non-perishable food, extremely rare. Melee weapons, just set that to rare. Ranged weapons will be... We'll set ranged weapons to insane. Ammo, insane. Actually, no, we're gonna... Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And then everything else will just be set to rare. Mechanics, rare. Literature, rare. Clothing, rare. Eggs, rare. Keys, rare. Media, rare. Mementos. Cooking, rare. Material, rare. Farming, rare. It's rare. We're going to put set tools to extremely rare. Make it a little bit harder, and other will be rare. Generators, I always set generators to insanely rare. Only because generators are like the cream of the crop. So we're going to make it very hard for that. World, I set water shut off instant, electricity shut off instant. Gas pumps, we leave it as is. Okay, that's fine. Nature, I don't really mess with the nature at all. Meta, I set helicopter to sometimes. Randomized zone, I set all the randomized events to extreme rare. Blood level, I put blood level to low, only because when you hit a zombie, sometimes it's like you're dumping a whole can of paint on the ground. It's ridiculous. Character, I don't touch anything. Vehicles. Vehicles is one of my things that I also tweak. So vehicle spawn rate, I set to very low. Chance has gas, low. Initial gas, low. We don't touch that. General condition, very low. Because we are 6 months into an apocalypse. Livestock, I do tweak the livestock. Pregnancy time is normal. Default, they have everything set to very fast. I'm just gonna set it to normal. Animal spawn chance will be rare. Also, animals attract zombies, I turn that on. And I also turn on meta predators. So meta predator, it's not in the game yet, you can't see it. But basically it says a fox might attack your chickens if the hutch door is left open at night. So at night when your chickens go in the coop, if you do have chickens, you have to shut it to protect them. For the preset spawns, I disable this. This is like a tow truck, I just get rid of that. Yeah, pregnancy time. Yeah, so you can breed animals in this, believe it or not. You can like breed cows and chickens and stuff. Cold winters, that's fine. Here goes the sun, that's fine. Hot brass is fine. Oh, so... where is it? Universal Custom Firearm, that's the mod that allows me to dismantle guns and use the parts to upgrade other guns. The only thing I tweak on this is the maintenance effect multiplier. So when you take apart a gun, it levels up your maintenance really fast. Like ridiculously fast. You could get level 3 maintenance just taking apart like 10 guns. So what I do is I set it to 0.4. I'm sorry, I put 0. So 0.4. That reduces it by 60. Yeah, 60%. Realistic cold, that's fine. Sprinters over time. Increase rate. So every 30 days, the population will increase by 1%. Max percent will be 20. And for delay, I will set it to 3. So I'll have 3 days of no sprinters. Do indoor check for starving zombies, indoor check. That basically makes it so if you kill a zombie inside a house, zombies that are outside of the house can't smell them. And then I also do max distance for the zombies smelling the corpse. I set it to 30, which I think is more realistic. They're not gonna fucking. It's you would think that when you kill a zombie, it's like they're cooking, they're barbecuing burgers. They smell it from blocks away. So 30 is like a happy medium. Uh, I for starving zombies player, I make it so that they can't smell me. I kind of find it broken because it's like you'll be on the second floor of a building and zombies across the street will smell you. It's a little ridiculous. Toughness skill, we set the XP multiplier to 0.3, and then that's it. So we've created our world, now we create our character. I'm going to take... Yeah, I'm going to clip this, I'll upload it. You know, like I said, this is my personal settings. If you want to use other settings, feel free. There's no correct or wrong way to play the game. For this, I think we're going to do... I want to pick somebody, right? Like, lore friendly, right? So somebody, I'm going to do farmer because I've never done farmer. I've done farmer, but he always dies super quick. So I'm going to do farmer. I'm going to take prone to illness. Prone to illness is free skill points. Weak stomach is also free skill points. So I always take these two mods. I highly recommend taking them. They don't really affect anything unless you are eating rotten food or raw food. So now we have 9 skill points to spend. So since we are playing with sprinters, you are going to need to be fit and fast on your feet. If you get high exertion and you're playing with sprinters, you're dead. Cannot outrun the sprinter at that point, and he will catch you and fuck you up. Especially if there's other shamblers, it just becomes ridiculous. So in my tutorial I just uploaded, like the basic combat tutorial is just kind of thrown together. I made it for my friend who just started playing. He's playing with sprinters as well. You have to, over everything, you must be fit. So I'm going to take +2 fitness, and then we're going to take a utility skill. I'm going to take... I'm going to take Whittler. This gives us +2 carving, and that also increases our carving XP by 100%. So for the entire duration of this character, we're going to get double XP for carving. Carving later on is really powerful. You can carve baseball bats out of tree branches and basically just have unlimited bats. We have one more skill point, so we're going to take Speed Demon, drive very fast. Put a nice hat. We're just going to do random. Alright, this guy looks like a questionable way young blood. This guy looks a little insane, but whatever. Yeah, Park Ranger is really, really good. I highly suggest Park Ranger as well. I mean, there's really no bad occupation. And you get that +1 axe. Alright, go. How you died. I'm just gonna queue up some music. Oh. He was heading to Coachella when the apocalypse came. Oh, great. I tabbed out and I can't tab back in. Oh. Dude, we are going through like the craziest technical. What is going on today? Oh my god. Hang on, I'm gonna open Task Manager. Have to projects. Hide my screen. Protect my information. All right, we're gonna relaunch the game. Yeah, we'll see. I'm launching the game. All right, this is awesome. So the world I just created is corrupted already. That tells me something I used fucked it. So here we go again. I've gotten so good at this, you guys are gonna see how fast I can create a world. This is the real speed run. All right, so select all of our mods again. How to create a world that won't start. No way. I think it was the clothing mods. There's something wrong with Spongy's clothing mod. It's like causing a critical failure for people. Not gonna play with item condition overlay. So I'm not gonna take any of the clothing mods for Spongy. We're gonna keep it as vanilla as possible while just adding quality of life mods. Because I just want to stream. I just want to play the game. I don't want to have to fucking internet technician stream. Not gonna take the vanilla. We'll do pack mules, full barrels, warm up. All right, that's it. So it's gonna be fairly vanilla. The only thing I really added was just quality of life, and I added the guns. Very strange. Once once it's stable and build 42 is out, see we already have an error. What am I using that can fuck it up? Get rid of this. I think it might. So I have this fleeting feeling. So when you guys select your mods, watch the bottom right of your screen to see if there's any errors. I would say if you have less than 9 errors, you're okay. But if it says like 150 or 1,000 errors, something's wrong. Still have 3 errors. What the fuck? Uh, Alright. We're just gonna send it and see what happens. I use Vanilla Firearm Expanded. There's many firearm mods, and people will continue to release mods, I'm sure of it. But for now, we're using FE. Alright, so we have 4 errors, which isn't bad. Now I gotta do all this fucking shit again. It's gonna keep the settings from last time. Best point. 6 months since the apocalypse. We're gonna do August. Zombie. Live. Unperishable. No. Wish there was just like a blanket collection. Set every rare. Basements. I like to have basements, so I put often. I forgot to do that last time. And also maximum fire hours. I set it to 24. Could put 24 hours of fuel in a campfire and not have to constantly fucking shit in it. Erosion. $800K errors. I'll go back and I'll change the mods beforehand. Vehicles. General condition. Baltimore. One chance. Rare. Animals attract zombies. Yes. So I'm gonna remove hot brass. Maybe that's it. Play will. Alright, so we're going to do our build from last time. Farmer, prone to illness, and has a stomach. Fit. Whittler, and a speed. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, this guy is insane looking. I don't like the mohawk.
Hey! Hey!
Bob.
Hey! Hey!
I like that. Ronnie Amador. Change his hair. Go. He looks like Rick Loki. Walking Dead. Give him a stubble too. Let's see what happens. Oh, the 800k errors is. Oh, don't worry, we're finally in the fucking game. Did it do it again? No, it's loading. Thank God. I was like, there's no way this fucking thing. Welcome to Build 42 testing. Off rip. Check any errors. My God, there's a raccoon already. Got a can opener. Can't even hold it. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but first thing you should always do is remove curtain. The curtain. Make a sheet sling bag. Wear that. Got some cow milk. Also, another thing I do is I turned off the music for the game completely. I mean, I just listened to that Skyrim ambience in the background, but I'm not a fan of the. It's not bad. It's just got some tweezers, and tweezers is huge. All right, we're in West Point. We're gonna get our sneak on. Add Dan's. It's a good food source to keep on weight. I don't know what you mean. Good food source? I mean, like, what's good food for retaining weight? Oh, source. Good food source for retaining weight. So if you're going to be playing like, you know, the apocalypse just started, think of, so this game's very realistic, right? Um, it calculates how many calories you're burning when you're working out, just like real life, right? Um, Also, foods have fats. Every food in this game, whether it tells you or not, has calories, fats, proteins, carbohydrates, you name it, it has all the macros. So if you're going to be running around a lot, I would suggest, like Nil said, ice cream. Or I'm sorry, lettuce fish. Lettuce fish said ice cream. Ice cream's really good, very dense in calories. Um, Basically, anything with a lot of carbohydrates is going to be your friend. Breads, beans. You know, you just need a lot of carbohydrates. So anything carb dense will help you. Also, hitting up gas stations and finding like all the sweet treats, like fucking, you know, Snickers bars, whatever the game says because of copyright. All of that stuff, excellent for retaining weight. Yeah, me too. Trust me. I'll work out in Zomboid, but then I don't work out in real life. Yeah, makes sense, right? Take better care of my Zomboid character myself. There are no zombies. Hello? Dude, I haven't seen a single. Oh, there's the zombie. I was like, dude, did I turn zombie spawns off? Kinda quiet. Zombies are. Yeah, literally. Oh, we got a radio with the broadcast system already. That's very nice. I'm gonna pick this up. We'll take this. We'll put it in our sheet sling bag. Yeah. Don't worry, my Zomboid character can carry 300 pounds and run around all day long and not have to worry about his knees exploding. Bozo. Oh, I'm gonna take his watch actually. What the hell? Gotta look out for those quiet, silent zombies, man. Got in here, we got Plank. Plank is a good weapon, I guess. Equip the mallet as well. Belt. Got a bunch of paint. It's everyday. So we got some good literature off rip. We got the car book. Find a car, but we're gonna fix up the cars. Take this guy's cool hat. Got a cool hat, I guess. Where am I relative? All the way over here. I think I know where we're... Fingers locked up. Crazy. Is that like carpal tunnel? Dude, I have for my labrum and my left shoulder. Same. Like the tissue fused and healed weird to the muscle. So now I have like I have a limited range of motion. It's not like so severe where I can't lift my arm above my head, but it's bad enough to the point where it's very noticeable. Like, you know, I notice it, so I guess that's all that matters. Imagine somebody added that to Zomboid. You're working out, you tear your labrum. Your patellar tendon has torn. You can no longer walk. Ah, it's all good. I was just sharing something. So one thing, these garbage piles can spawn. So if you enable foraging, sometimes it just spawns. Paper bag. Paper clip. Books. Shed out back. This guy's gonna wake back up, I know it. Not. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna queue up some. Oh, actually, I have it. Hang on, I'm just gonna. Yeah, that'd be crazy. They should start adding like malnourish. Well, I guess they already have malnourishment, but it's not too punishing. Like they should make it where when you're starving, your guy is just constantly fatigued. Yeah, dude, I worked blue collar jobs. I never really went to college. Didn't have the attention span. Hindsight, I should have just, but you know, it's it's good, but one thing, it's like you're trading your body for income. This coffee I made is so strong. Oh my god. Heathens. Oh, I forgot it's August. I'm so used to playing in the winter. Rubber boots. Check out this here. Spawned across the street. We're gonna start sneaking. We'll level up our sneaking skill. Give me 1 second and I'll sure there's no zone. Recommend playing build 42. Played around 60 hours of build 41 so far. So look, build 40, I highly recommend playing build 42. It adds a lot more to the game. It changes the map. It adds a lot of details to the map. They added basements. It's very fun. Just be aware that if you use a lot of mods, you'll have issues because it is unstable. And also understand that every time they update the game or put out a content update, your save is going to break. As long as you're okay with that, play it. I highly recommend it. It's like playing a completely different game. Alright, we got hella zombies over there. We got some action. Maybe there's a trauma bag in the trunk. So that's definitely a point of interest. It's gonna clear these homes so no zombies sneak up behind me. Sprinters. Wasn't even that scary. Why it gave me the jump scare. Bye, Felicia. But yeah, build 42 is amazing, man. Definitely try it out. We're gonna take our fork. Somebody was complaining to me, like, dude, if you eat with the fork, it's faster. And more realistic. Now we carry forward. Alright, now that our weapon is broken, find of damage. I guess I have the mallet. I'm gonna just rush this guy. Key. I'm gonna take the black watch over the red watch just so. Oh fuck! And we're already clipped. Yep, bitten on the hand. Always bitten on the hand, man. What is good with that? Well, dude, every time I take farmer, this is the curse. This is the curse of the farmer. Every time I take farmer, I shit you not, I get bit on the right hand. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I seen that. It's pretty cool. But for me personally, I like to think that it's like get bit, and I wouldn't want to play with no fucking right hand. I know you could get like prosthetics and stuff, but honestly, I'd rather just die. So, but it is a cool mod. But we're just gonna spawn back in. Don't worry about it. just fine. I'm gonna leave our stuff like depoted. All right, let me make sure what house I'm in. Where are we? We're on Bulletin Street house. Our sheet sling bag in here. R.I.P. Farmer. Right? Put our key. And let's go face the music. I'm gonna check out this ambulance. Okay, but as you can see, playing with sprinters is no freaking joke, man. Okay, we got a trauma bag in here. That's huge.
Hey.
Come this way. I'm just gonna lure them all this way. Kind of cheat a little bit. It's okay to have fun. I'm gonna lure them to this corpse. They'll probably start eating this corpse, and they can eat me if they'd like. My God. Think he fucking screamed loud enough? Make the same guy who was his twin brother. Yeah, honestly, when I die that early on, it's, you know, like, if I'm super late game and I have a base and I survive for a year and I die, I just, you know, I start a new world. But in these cases where it's like I'm not even established, it's not worth it. So yeah, we'll do farmer. Take, just like his brother, they're lactose intolerant. And they are prone to illness. But instead of fit, this guy worked with his mind, not his hands. So what we'll do, this guy will be handy, and he also is a speed demon. Chad Tobias. What a psycho. Alright, Chad. How am I? No. Oh, look at that. Oh. Alright, so the shovel's already warm. Bar. Apple juice. We'll take that. I just gotta make sheet sling curtains. I'm also gonna turn up the mute just a tiny little bit. Let me know if it's too loud, guys. Or if it's too low. Back. Sheet sling bag. Get on with it. I do not care for that. Not care. Plunger is really good because you can make it in handling. Oh, dumbbell off rip. Weight bench and a dumbbell. How do you fit a weight? Oh, it's in the. I was gonna say, how do you fit a weight bench in a Foot Locker box? What's in the box? All right. On. All right, we're gonna proceed more cautiously from now on. put on a hat to cover this man's head. Much better. Watch. So since the shovel is such bad condition, I'm gonna just keep stomping this guy. I'm gonna... Knocked. Any zombies that I knock down, I'm just gonna finish off with my feet, as opposed to wasting more durability on already hitting down. Chat. Yeah. Sorry guys, my chat window disappeared when I adjusted the music. So yeah, I do start a new world, like when I have an established character and he survives, you know, part of the game is dying and starting a new story. You know, a lot of people die and they get discouraged or they close the game. For me, it's just a new opportunity to have some fun. So like anytime, like I survive for a long time, I build my base and I get established and I die, I had my fun and it's start a new story essentially. I mean, it's in the game. This is how you died. Think about it. You're just telling the story. You're playing the story how your character perished. Play knives. So knives are really powerful, especially with stealth. If you have a good stealth skill, to get that one tap, that stealth animation, execution. Rotten spaghetti, dude. Spaghetti's been sitting here for 6 fucking months. Can you imagine the smell? I think you would die just from smelling it. Aerosol can. So anytime you guys find spray, hairspray cans or any form of can to aerosol, you can make bombs out of them. I think you do need the recipe book. High electrician skill, hammer off rip. That's awesome. But I always recommend taking any like clear liquors like vodka or tequila. You can make Molotovs out of those. It requires no skill book. All you need is, like I said, you need to make the Molotov and you need of like a lighter or a matchbook. Could do some pretty good damage to groups. Same thing with the bomb. The bomb is very loud though, so a lot of zombies will be distracted. Now, since I'm playing with sprinters, I don't know if any of these guys are one of them, so that's why I'm playing kind of safe right now. Because whenever you're in close combat and you're mixed up with sprinters, it's not good. I always recommend if playing with sprinters, you have to isolate them, no matter what. So I always recommend just running away, having them chase you to a safe location where you could kind of one-on-one them. If there's 2 sprinters, I mean, try to find a fence. Or if you're just really good at the game, you could get a lucky shove and shove him to the ground. Beating this guy with the handle of the shovel. Yeah, exactly. It's like a mirror, man. Like I'm signaling aircraft. Alright. Let's clear this corner. Yard is clear. Always nice when it's open. Sheesh. So, another thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys are experienced or not, but I always like to be educational. The holy trio of tools, hacksaw, hammer, screwdriver. You always have to take them. Now, you don't have to take duplicates, but the holy trio is, like I said, have your hammer, your saw, and your screwdriver. You can pretty much do anything. Harp, large hook, punch. I don't know why I'm opening the window if the door's open. Box of shrimp ramen. Take it. See what I mean? Like, that could have been
Yeah.
a sprinter just then, and he would have got me. Gotta be careful, man. Thread is good. So, always take thread and sewing needles, because you could stitch deep wounds. Crash your car or something, so glass can give you deep wounds. Anything. Pipe wrench. Pipe wrench is a good. I'm gonna drop the plunger. Also, you use pipe wrenches to open up the 55-gallon drums for the useful barrel mod. Am I wearing? All right, we're gonna go back and we're gonna try to our form survivor or brother, I should say. Off this. Oh, gun on the floor. Empty, but that's dude. I have guns set to insane. So to find that is amazing. I have no bullets in it, but that's all right. And it has a laser sight. See what I mean? Like, especially in these 6 months later playthroughs, you really have to check the floor. I could have easily just walked past that and like, oh, missed it. So I always recommend, perhaps, like, if you have the time, like, I know I'm not doing it all the time, but using your foraging skill, you could find a lot of good things, survival things. I didn't even see this mug. Obviously, the mug isn't that crazy, but the gun is more of the example I'm trying to show here. Really nice barn. Anybody who's new here, welcome to the community. I try to stream almost every day when I can, when I have time. I also upload very frequently. I try to do a short per day, and I do long form content at least a month. Base building video or something more creative. I take on new projects. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer, or one of the communities here can also question. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming all day, so if you guys have time, this is fucking amazing. Look at this baseball bat, right on the back it goes. Claw hammer, it's kind of fucking. You already have a hacksaw. I'm gonna leave the first aid kit. The first aid kit has cotton balls, which don't really have a use. Does anybody know? Do cotton balls do anything other than act as a fire source? I'm pretty sure they're not used for medical purposes. Box of screws. I'm just gonna leave. We're gonna drop our broken. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. Anybody in here who is a Zomboid modder or anything like that, if you want to introduce your mods in this community, feel free. Just understand that we don't accept any hate speech or racism here. If you say anything along those lines, you will be banned. Otherwise, feel free to promote your mods as long as it is related to the game. And look at that. If that was a sprinter, once again, I would be flipped. If you guys play Project Zomboid and you're kind of bored, I know a lot of people get burned out. Like, oh man, I survived for years and then I get bored. Like, there's no real end game. I feel like you just got to make the game harder, right? I feel like part of the game is dying and having to restart. That's what keeps the game interesting, because you always have a goal. And if you make the game super easy and you're not having fun anymore, I would highly recommend trying low population sprinters. It forces you to play a lot more careful. It makes you way more engaged because obviously you care about it, and gets your heart racing, man. So we're getting errors. Let's see what's. So we're getting inventory Tetris errors and picture errors. I think they're clashing right now. Ah. See, that's good stuff right there. We're just gonna smash this. Force our way in, breaking and entering in the apocalypse. That's very good stuff. So unfortunately, I just don't have space to take the cotton balls right now. But it is what it is. We're gonna eat this granola bar. We're gonna be try to maintain our weight. See, now we're gaining weight, so I don't really have to worry about it. Have a pen and mark this location. Oh, we'll remember it. Leave the door open. All right, and now let's make our way over to that. Across the street, we got to go 2 blocks over. There. Setting your goals. So it's all up to it's personal preference, Plant Boy. Um, you know, this is a sandbox game. Keep in mind, so it's similar to Minecraft, right? Well, I guess even Minecraft has a more of a clear objective, where it's like you have to go to the Ender Dragon, defeat the Ender Dragon, then you beat the game. But it's more of it's up to the player, right? And that appeals to some people and it doesn't, and that's fine. Some people like linear story games. Some people like multiplayer shooters only, like playing simulator games like Farming Simulator, and it's all up to the player, right? So with my thought process in this game, like I said, it's in the motto of the game. This is how you died. You're telling a story, right? Living a story. You're playing a story. Right now, you could take the game super serious with roleplay, which is cool. No hating on that. I do it sometimes. Or, you could just get all the action in, get guns and start popping off crazy, start clearing towns. I did a playthrough. I mean, I've never achieved this, but I made one of my goals to just clear the map of all the zombies. Obviously, it's way harder, and I died before I could accomplish it. But I always set a goal of creating a self-sustaining base, getting myself set up, and surviving, right? And this also works hand in hand with I'm dropping the ID card. This also works hand in hand with how difficult you make the game, right? So I make the game quite hard for myself, like finding stuff. I know I'm getting lucky and I'm finding good stuff right now, but obviously if you set the loot to vanilla, it's a lot easier to find stuff. Oh my god. The toe tickler of doom. So maybe just increase the difficulty of the game and you'll find it more engaging. I could suggest that. But it's ultimately up to you, man. Sometimes I do get bored, I get burned out, and I just restart. And there's no problem with that. You don't have to keep playing a save just because you're alive. Like if I create a base and I have everything made for me, and I'm not killing zombies, me personally, I didn't find that fun long term. Like I wouldn't want to log on off stream and fucking fish all day. So it's up to you, man. What is this? Generator magazine? I'm just gonna read this. Yeah, man. And you could do whatever you want. And that's also part of why I started streaming. I had almost 1,000 hours in this game before I started streaming, and I would just play by myself. And I thought, how can I make this more fun? I was doing these types of playthroughs, and at the end of the day, I'd play for like 8 hours straight, and it would just be me though. Like, why don't I share this with other people? They can watch, they can enjoy it. I could post it. So it also, I have that going. So I encourage you, man. This is a good community. If you want to stream, I'm saying you don't have to. But I always support good creators here. So stream, bro. Create content. Share cool moments. Like I post shorts and almost every day, like I said, like I'll take like a 10, 20-second clip and I'll just post it. And people like it, brings in people. and that's it. But you have to be doing it for the right reasons. You know, if you're creating content with the thoughts that you're going to become a millionaire, you're going to be like XQC or like fucking Aiden Ross, it's just unrealistic. Do it because you enjoy it. That goes for any game. I enjoy doing this for you guys. Even if I had no viewers, it's because I enjoy playing the game. So it's just it's a catalyst. So we got a welding torch. I am gonna mark this map. I heard a zombie jumping around, up and fast. He's coming. Oh, he walked right past. What a... I am gonna mark this. I'm just gonna circle it. So that's our welding torch. Yeah, man. Yo, the beer? Yeah, but I encourage all of you guys watching. If you guys play Project Zomboid and you won, start making content, man. I'll follow you if you make good stuff, and it's you know, supporting the community and it's bringing in new players. I love this game. I wish this was like as popular as Battlefield, Call of Duty. Um, you know, I socializing with you guys. I enjoy playing the game, so it's like perfect. Two things that I love. And I'll never be bored doing it. Alright, so we're going to head over to this ambulance from the first guy. For the viewers that weren't in here before, I had another character. He unfortunately was bit on the hand. Curse of the Farmer. I think it's symbolism at this point, being bit on the hand. So I gotta be very careful here because this guy has really bad combat skills. I'm gonna kind of pace this combat slower. If a sprinter sneaks up, I'm pretty much dead. So one thing I also like about playing with sprinters, guys, is if you guys didn't know, the default walk speed is faster than any shambler in the game, right? Even if this guy gets aggroed and I have high exertion, I will be able to outwalk him simply by doing this. So you could just walk away. I feel like that's kind of cheesy. That's why I like sprinters, because it forces you to kind of balance your exertion, and pace your combat different. You also have to be a lot more careful clearing houses. And like you guys saw before, if you were here, I was looting a zombie, sprinter came around the corner, bit me. So it just adds another layer to the game. It makes it more like a horror game. And here, I do that? I think I did. That was the other character. Yeah, I highly recommend, if you guys are getting bored of playing the vanilla settings, try out low pop sprinters. You're gonna die a lot more. It's a learning curve, but it's gonna definitely make the game more engaging. And understand, if you die, don't get upset. Don't glitch the game. Just part of the game. It's like playing Call of Duty and expecting you're never gonna die in multiplayer. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we are exerted, we're thirsty. Let me drink half of this apple juice. We're also gonna sit on the floor and just rest up before we take this next fight. So I never really recommend clearing it, but we are gonna do it because I like. We're gonna sit down. Yeah, so you can imagine, dude, playing with sprinters, your heart's gonna be pounding. I was the same way, and I was like, yo, I gotta. I love zombie movies like World War Z, Dawn of the Dead. I don't know how old you are, but Dawn of the Dead is kind of an older movie. I think it's on Netflix, or you could probably watch it through YouTube. Just watch the clips. One of the best movies. So I like going for that like Dawn of the Dead feel to my playthroughs, because this game does take place at night. So another kind of thing I do is I kind of keep it time period accurate. So I don't like adding all these new like modern day guns. I know some people love that, but for me, I'm big on the theme, big on the role playing extent. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead is one of like my all-time favorite zombie movie. I think I've watched that movie over 100 times growing up. I remember when I was a kid, my mom was literally fucking yelling at me so bad, and I was crying because she was like, "You rented the fucking movie 20 times," and obviously I was like a kid, but I just couldn't get enough of it. I think I looted all the houses already with the character, and I believe we are very. All right, yeah, we gotta go down this way. Yeah, dude. One of the Dead is fire. Uh, just just to forewarn you though, the CGI in the beginning is so bad, you're gonna laugh. There's a scene in the beginning where you're gonna see like a plane crashing, and you're gonna see like a city on fire, and it looks so like computer generated. It looks like Project Zomboid. But don't judge it. Like once you get past that scene, it's fine. But Dawn of the Dead, 10 out of 10 peak. Got zombies in the trees. They're in the trees. Yeah, see, this guy's combat skills are so ass. Now, once you get that minor muscle strain, I highly recommend you just disengage because you're just gonna make it worse to the point where it's like digging yourself a hole. Um, don't uh, don't tire yourself out, especially as an early, like a fresh character. We're gonna pace this. We have muscle strain again. Minor muscle strain really debuffs your damage. See, like this is what I mean. Without the sprinters, I could just literally outwalk these people. And knowing that, I know there's no real danger. So I'm not gonna really get excited. My heart's not gonna be pumping, even though my character's heart is pumping. Mine really isn't. I know I'm in control and I know I'm safe and I can survive no matter what. But what I am going to do is, since this is such a big horde, I'm going to lead them this way into the trees, and we're going to break line of sight, go around the back of this building. We'll just going to disengage completely because I do not have the skills or time to fight this right now. To get this duffel bag, get the supplies, and get to a safe point. And check it though, and we need a flashlight. Another cool thing about starting with like a 6 months later playthrough, all the electricity, the water's off. So like darkness is also very scary. Fear of the unknown. You're going into these dark basements. You're like, what the fuck is it? Could be zombies. There could be anything. I remember one time I went into a basement, dark basement. I'm like just walking around in the dark, clicking the corners, trying to find the containers. Fucking rat was down there like scurrying, and I was like, oh my god! Sprinted out of there. Like 10 seconds later, the rat runs out. I was like, no way. Literally shitting my pants over a rat. Muscle strain is good, makes it more realistic. As you become more proficient with weapons and you get stronger, the muscle strain is reduced a lot. A lot of people didn't support the change because it just changed the pacing of the game a lot more. They put a lot of emphasis on the early game combat being punishing and harder, which I agree. Um, but ultimately, you could tweak all these settings, so it doesn't matter. Like, you could go into Sandbox and you could turn it off entirely. You could tune it however you like. Me personally, I love the muscle strain. I don't touch any of the vanilla features when it comes to characters. I like it as is. I think it's completely balanced and complete. Might not feel that way, but personally, I speak for my. All right, for this. so we could wear both. Pretty nice. Up in here. Where we got matches. Got here. Ooh, the suture needle. I'm actually gonna take these. Oops, I have a lot of time. These guys are so slow. Got our duffel. Let's get the fuck out of here. Not gonna go into the basement. Don't want to be stuck in a dark basement and have to fight. I'll run straight through that bench, however. Load up. Right, we are overweight. So if you guys don't know, if you are overweight, it increases your exertion accumulation by 60%. So even if you're slightly overweight, get tired 60% faster. And that's how the game punishes you. Alright, we are getting a lot of attention here. I have to be careful that no sprinters come flying up from behind. We got a car, some cars over here. Woods as well, holy shit. Another duffel bag. Got in here, rent. Alright, that's good, but we're gonna come in here. House quick. Nothing. Gonna have a seat right here. We'll rest. If you guys didn't know, sitting in furniture also increases how fast you recover. Have this. Ah, for sprinters. I'm a huge fan of sprinters over time. For you guys who are new, sprinters over time is a mod that does exactly what it says. It adds sprinters over time. So the way it works is every 30 days you survive, it increases the sprinter population by 1%, all the way to a maximum of 100%. You can cap that, so I cap it at 20%. So basically, I start off with 1% sprinter population. So if you have 100 zombies, only one of them will be a sprinter. Once I survive 30 days, 2% are sprinters. I have 100 zombies, 2 of them will be and it just keeps going and going. So if, let's say I survive 10 months, 10% of the population will be sprinter. That kind of increases the difficulty for you as you accumulate loot, get more established. The game gets harder, progressively gets harder, and I really like that. So that's why I added it, and I capped it at 20. So it won't exceed 20% population. All right, the dumbbell is really good. Pipe wrenches. I don't know. I'm gonna drop the hair. I'm not gonna make a bomb any. Cotton ball. Tongue depressor. Will tongue any. For the surgery. So I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that if you wear a surgical mask or any face covering, reduces the amount of corpse sickness you get. So if you guys don't know, when you if you have a lot of dead bodies nearby, and you are you're like standing over them, the guy can become queasy and sick. I believe this reduces. Yeah, exactly. I don't. Unfortunately. So this is kind of like the makeshift place. I'm definitely going to make one, but I'm just scared that people are going to get too comfortable in there and start like saying a lot of weird shit. So all I ask that if I do, there's going to be strict rules. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to be like picking apart every little thing, but there's going to be very strict rules on what can be said. All right, I'm going to open the window. I'm going to start smashing heads. I'm all for people promoting content, saying good things to each other, supporting each other. That's what it's going to mainly be for, socializing like normal people, and not posting political things or anything like that, obviously you're gonna still be allowed in the server, but you'll just be muted so nobody what you say some crazy shit. I think this might have been a mistake, but it's only two. But it will be heavily moderated. I'm gonna shut the door so this guy can't come in and fuck with me. Yeah, zombies cannot melt steel. Hey man, be careful. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, she stood up. Yeah, but I'll make a Discord. I'm not going to be able to link it right now as I'm streaming, playing, but I will do it for tonight. And I'll put out a community post. So if you guys want to join the Discord, become one of my followers. Well, I shouldn't say one of my followers, but if you want to become a member of this community, I'll post the Discord link. It's not going to be public. You're going to have to request it. And you're going to have to do a follower verification. So if you follow me on YouTube and, you know, you're kind of vetted, similar to like a job interview, not quite as serious, you'll be accepted in and have action. But I've seen so many communities just get traded by like crazy people. I'll avoid that. So yeah, to answer your question, there will be a Discord. I appreciate you asking. Sorry for the super question. I think it's time we start searching for a location to shut the door. So for you guys, this lighting mod I'm using is called Here Goes the Sun. It makes the sunsets like really beautiful tint, and it also works with the weather as well. So like if it's cloudy or it's partly cloudy. Yeah, exactly. I'm like petrified, fucking sprint hiding in the bathrooms. I've died so many times to these hidden corner zombies. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. But it's something we'll live with. Like, you know, keep in mind I do this for fun. This isn't my full-time job or anything. So I'm gonna do my best, but I am gonna make some other people moderators. That's a big should have done. And it's gonna be on us basically to moderate the community. So fighting while encumbered is practice. All right, now we're good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, see, like this is what I mean here. Taking this fight, my guy will just be super tired, and then with my luck, a sprinter will come. I'll have such bad yeah, see what I mean? Here come the fucking sprinters. Good thing I didn't take that fight. I would have just gotten tired and pretty much died. So I'm gonna have to fight these guys one-on-one. They're gonna be a lot faster than the other zombies, so they'll isolate themselves. Gotta blast again. I gotta use this fence. Fuck yeah. They tried to get my toes. They tried to get my toes, but they couldn't get it. See, like that shit right there makes the game fun for me. I'm literally running in fear for my life. Ah, man. Look, I have more than enough in real life. I know I'm not hating on people that do this shit for a job. I love it. I support a lot of people. But I feel like to ask for money would be unethical. And at the end of the day, the reason it's for my own, not revenue purposes. Found a nice quiet corner. Rest in. Super hot. Gonna drop this sheet sling bag. Sorry. Yeah, well, imagine playing it. Forces you to play like very strategic. Gotta really watch your ass as well because they just sneak up on you. Check out some of my shorts. It's like ridiculous. It's fucking guys. And I don't like I genuinely don't mind dying. Like, yeah, I'm like, oh man, that sucks. He was such a good character. But like I said, uh, it's like it makes the game interesting. Oh man, I start. And every time you die, you learn. Like, I had to die probably like close to 20 times to learn how to properly do this. Oh, oh, my bad, my bad. Is this better? Oh, we got a sprinter out the window. Hey, is the yeah, right? The fucking dreaded toe ticklers. Yeah, Koi was my all-time favorite survivor, and when he died, I was so distraught. I literally like stopped uploading for like a week because I was so sad. And I was like, oh fuck, it'll never be the same. But then I realized I'm like, bro, this is a fucking video game. I gotta chill. It's part of the game. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you win. But ultimately in this game, you lose. You just you win until you lose. Bro, that guy was stacked. Do you guys remember the amount of shit I had in that storage facility? I literally had, I was living in a storage facility outside of Riverwood, and I had three lockers full of fucking supplies and guns. Yeah, exactly. The only thing is sometimes they don't make any noise at all, and you gotta be really like, have to listen for footsteps. There's been many times where I heard, like they don't scream or anything, and you just hear like running footsteps, and you're like, yep, here it comes. So I just start running. Aggro and some shamblers, that's fine. Can shamble around. I'm gonna kill them. We'll get some combat XP. Nice combat XP. We are encumbered. I mean, exerted. Switch over to the stomp. God. If you guys don't know, once you get out of breath, I think it nerfs your combat skill by like 25%. So you're only doing 75% of the normal damage that you would. So that's why I always recommend, especially for a fresh character with no combat skills, you're going to be doing no damage. You're just going to be destroying your weapon, doing no damage to a zombie. It's just not worth it. For me, like, especially with this bat, and I'm playing with rare loot, finding a bat like this is not easy. So I'm going to make sure every hit counts. I want to get basically like the... Oh my god. The wooden barrier incident. So for you guys, yeah, I'll tell that story. So I've only been to Louisville once. Like actually into Louisville where I drove deep into the city. Only one time. I've been to the military checkpoint many times, but I always end up getting killed by sprinters or what. So I had this character. Dude was fucking loaded. I strapped up. I had an AK. I had an M4. I had like 350 rounds packed into magazines, ready for war. I'm driving to the checkpoint, and there's these wooden barriers, like that you see, like when you're driving around in your town, like when they're doing road work. I didn't know that the wooden barriers were indestructible. I thought you could run them over like cones and they would just break. but apparently the wooden barriers in this game are like fucking concrete. So I drove the car like 60 miles per hour into this barrier, fucking destroyed my car, got out, and basically got swarmed and died. And I believe I posted that. Oh, that was a long time ago. That was back in December. All right, so it is getting dark. I'm just gonna lock myself in this room, clear it. Caffeine pills are good. All right, so yeah, sewing kit. Sewing kit is really important. So we have thread and we have a needle now. So forceps, as you guys can see, used with the suture needle to improve success of deep wound treatment. So we have forceps and we have a needle and thread. So if I do get a deep laceration and I need to stitch it, this improves it a lot. I'm gonna wash myself before bed as well. I can't wash myself in the shower. Yep, bro, I've done that so many times. I posted a video where I did that, and people were like, dude, it's entirely your fault. Like I was mad or something. They were like putting me down. They were like, it's entirely your fault, 100% safety issue. Get better at the game. It's like I wasn't posting it because I was mad. I was just posting it because it happened. I don't know. Dude was like an advocate. It's like you would think I was drunk driving in real life. Yeah, I'm sure they will add that eventually. Do I have sleeping pills? I do not. Right, we're gonna just have to fast forward time, unfortunately. We're gonna stay in the darkness. Getting sleepy, drowsy. Fast forward a little bit more, and then we sleep. We go night night. I'm carrying around this stupid dumbbell, and dumbbells are really good for training strength. All right, another lesson I learned the hard way is just because you sleep in an empty house doesn't mean you can wake up to an empty house, if that makes sense. Um, all right, I could wash myself with the bathtub. Yeah, just because you go to sleep in an empty house doesn't mean you're going to wake up and the house will be empty. And I've paid the price. Oh, that's wild. I saw a post on social media. This person left their tap running so the pipes wouldn't freeze, but it just fucking, it was literally like an icicle coming out of the faucet into the sink. That's how cold it got. Did I search this? Yeah, I searched this. It's all good. Let's move. Oh, also another thing I highly recommend for playing Zomboid is go in the sandbox settings and change the infection to saliva only. And that will guarantee that the only way you get the Nox virus is through a bite. You'll no longer have to deal with like getting scratched and getting the Nox virus, which I think is like ridiculous. Vegetarian chili? Sheesh. Bottle opener. I gotta go get that can opener off my guy. How do you put the rope out of the window? Don't get the option when I have a rope sheet. Alright, so you need to have a hammer and you need to have a nail. And you have to open the window. Yeah, John said it. And then that way you can do it. But make sure you have enough sheet ropes, because if you don't have enough, it won't extend all the way to the ground, and basically you'll just go out and then fall down and you can't climb back up it. It's kind of strange. So I would say like have 5 sheet ropes, and that way you can go all the way to the ground, and also you could climb up it as well. Let's check this out. What do we got in here? Pipe, car battery, that's completely drained. Electric All right, I'm gonna go see all over the place. All right, it's this corner house right here I gotta get to. This is where I stashed my stuff. It's around the corner on Bulletin Street. I think all these zombies are gonna be over here too. How peaceful is that? It's not every day the raccoon stays and lets you pet him. Oh, also, if you guys didn't know, when you pet animals, it levels up your animal care. So I got 1.25 XP for petting a wild raccoon, if it lets you, that is. So one way you could like power level animal care is literally just by petting animals that you find. Just go pet every animal, and you'll level up your animal care. That's insane. My friends in New York are fucking freezing their ass off too. Pennsylvania's probably way worse though, because you guys have the mountains. At least where I was, we were on the water. I think if I remember my science class correctly, the ocean keeps the winters like not like it warms it up. Is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make it like super cold. Ocean kind of warms up the air, even though it's cold. All right, here we go. We're back, baby. Take our watch. I'm gonna also take all the keys off this key ring. Put it on the one I have. Oh, we got that radio. Yeah, one thing I couldn't stand, cold, man. Fucking shoveling all the time. I was doing some snow removal for the town. I bought a plow for my truck. It was good money, bro. But just fucking miserable. Literally up all night. I remember like my first year plowing. I was plowing like they give you zones, right? So like the town handles it, but then they also contract out like small businesses to help because they just don't have enough workers or equipment for whatever reason. So they give you like a zone. So they gave me a zone of like 10 block radius, and you just drive in circles and keep plowing the streets. And I started at like 11 at night, and it's 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning. And I have to. These are narrow streets where I was, so really the only place to put the snow is on the curb, unfortunately. So I was plowing snow in front of people's driveways. I know people hate that, but I had to do it. That's what I was being paid to do. This fucking guy, he goes, "Hey!" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "What the fuck? You're piling the snow. I just shoveled it." I was like, "Dude, I don't know what to tell you." He's like, "Learn how to plow." And it's like, "What do you want me to do?" There's fucking cars parked in the street. It's a narrow street. Where else is it gonna go? What am I gonna push it into a fucking mountain of snow and move it all down the street? It's like a half a mile long road. All right, we gotta drop something. I'm just gonna drop the dumbbell, unfortunately. I'm gonna take the radio because I value the radio over anything else. We'll take the skill magazines. I mean, it goes both ways, though. I feel like people just crave what they don't have or what they see. Just because you see something like I've never been to Italy, but I see films where people are in Italy or Barcelona or fucking anywhere. Switzerland, I'm just naming a few. Fucking Constantinople, Turkey. You see these beautiful cities. And, me as a tourist looking from the outside in, it's like, wow, it must be beautiful. I want to live there. they have universal health care. Such a good country, you know, but everything has its drawbacks. We're going to read these. We're going to take the can opener so we can eat food. Grab one of those. Get rid of the adhesive bandage. Let's stack the painkillers. Space. Let's read this. Yeah, my insurance, my health insurance went up a lot. All right, but we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to get political, so nobody, you know, acknowledging the fact that the world is different in different places. Um, we can all agree that we all want to have good health. That's it. That. I support healthy people. That's it. Mechanics 1, that's very useful. Take that. That's going to take a long ass time to read though. Yeah, and it's also it goes the same. What you see in U.S. films is not always the truth. You know, like I lived in New York. I lived right outside Manhattan for my whole life. Um, when you first go there, you're going to be awestruck. It's going to be amazing. But then when you actually live there, you realize the cost of living is ridiculous. Um, people, you know, people are rude. I mean, that's pretty much everywhere. There's nice people. There's rude. And I gotta eat this chili. And it's not as glorious as you would think. You know, there's traffic all the time. Fucking everywhere you gotta go, you gotta pay to park. All. Yeah, I mean that's your opinion. I'm not saying it's wrong. You're allowed to. You're allowed to feel however you want. Ultimately, if it makes you happy, man, go for it. Burgers. Right, I'm gonna get caught up here. Hey, what's like a good classic go-to dish where you're from for food? We got going on. Ah, I always wanted to go to Germany. Jig's Diner. Waffle House, dude. So for you guys that don't know, Waffle House is like it's a chain breakfast restaurant. They also serve like lunch, but it's like the restaurants are kind of small inside. It's a chain restaurant that's only in the southern U.S. Like I didn't have any Waffle Houses in New York, so when I moved south and tried Waffle House, it's very cheap, and they're 24 hours. They're open all day, all night, and it's just like amazing. Like really good food. Gonna eat. We actually have to ration a little bit. Sarma, mincemeat, often pork and beef, rice, beans, spices rolled in fermented cabbage leaves. That sounds really fucking good, bro. Making me hungry. Have you guys gotten, I don't know if you guys are on social media like TikTok or anything or Instagram. This is a little old, but there was this guy, he was like a bigger guy, and they would cook, I think they were from like Turkey or something. It was called like doner food, Doner, doner, and it was like a heavier guy, and it'd be like skibbity dop dop dop, yes 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 yes, skip skibbity beep skibbity dabba dabba, and he would like bounce his stomach, and it would always be some fucking amazing looking food. Chick-fil-A is also amazing. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is amazing. One thing that I wanted to go back to, I know XP said that he wanted to get into farming in the game, agriculture. So I just want to let you know, early level agriculture is ridiculously hard because, let me smash this guy. I would highly recommend having the skill books, and also you're going to really have no information about the crops. So if they do get any diseases, you're not going to know about it. So don't expect your first harvests to be good. As you level up agriculture and harvest your crops, you'll get more information from the UI when you click info. Like you'll know if they have diseases, you'll know, like I'm pretty sure the only information it gives you at level 0 is how well watered it is. Yeah, well, apparently there was really bad earthquakes a while ago where he was from, and his brother fucking died in one of the earthquakes. And that's why he kind of disappeared for a little bit. I just thought that shit was crazy when I heard about it. How did I miss? Sprinter. 2 sprinters. Fuck. I need to find a fence immediately. And I'm exerted. Oh, fuck. This is not good. Oh my god. Don't tickle my toes, please. Is there more? This tree's rustling. Alright, I have high exertion. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, of course it's locked. Alright, I'm gonna let him bang on the window for a second. Oh, he's at the door, thank god. The door has a lot more durability than the window. Alright, we're gonna rest up. Let him fucking hit the door a million times. Drink half of this. Right? Very evil. Very dark. Twisted. We're almost at level 2 maintenance, which is nice. Got level 1. You could sit there and hit the door all fucking day, I don't care. Let's see my weight. Weight's going down, we're still at 80 kilograms. This has 250 calories, we're gonna eat this. Ooh, I gotta cook these. Fuck. Alright. We gotta make a fire. Some stones out back we can use. Alright, it's time to do this man in. Bozo. Alright. Dealt with that pretty easily. Let me clear the rest of this house quick. Back. Hub of strawberry frosting. I'm gonna eat all of this actually. Also, 2x XP. I highly recommend you pick up a mod called Saf's Cooking. SAPPH. Saf Cooking. It adds so many food items to the game and a lot of variety. I believe the painkillers already have 4 stacks of painkillers, so we're not really eating that. I am going to fill up the water bottle though. Alright, we need to find a place to call home. Oh, okay, perfect. Also gonna forage this garbage pile quick. Let me see if there's anything in here. Got Italian delights. I think that just teaches you how to make pizza. I don't have the room for it. Fucking sprinter bitch. Oh, that's a big building over there. Alright, let me check the map quick. This. Yeah, you too, man. Have a great day. I appreciate you chatting. Enjoy. I think this is some form of auto body store or a clothing store. See what we got going on here. Oh. Oh. This is a clothing store. Could find some good clothes. Alright, guys have spotted me. They've spotted me. I'm gonna just bait them this way. Practice our ethical combat rules of survival. We are getting very hot, apparently. Just curious. Back here. Somebody's eating. I think somebody's eating this body. No, I think it was the rat. Fishing is really good. It's, at first, it might be a little discouraging, especially as level 0, only because the fish you're going to be catching are super small. So the size of the fish you catch directly correlate to your fishing skill. As a level 0 fisherman, you're going to catch very small fish. And then as a level, once you get to level 2, you're going to start catching large fish that you can actually fillet. Now, level 1 and 2, you're going to catch some fish that say too small for slicing. For those fish, you could just cook them straight in the fire. Just put them straight in the oven or the fire. Cook them whole. Once you start catching those medium fish, you can fillet them and cook them. Filleting them upgrades your butchering skill, so I always recommend that. As well as it gives you 2 fillets, and it reduces the weight of the fish. So like you could catch a 30-kilogram fish, fillet it, and you'll have like 2 pounds of meat, but it still retains the hunger rating. So if the fish as a whole gives you minus 100 hunger and weighs 30 kilograms, you'll fillet it, it'll only weigh 2 kilograms, and you'll have 2 fillets that give you minus 50 hunger. I think we're gonna build a base on top of here. That'd be pretty cool. I've never done that. Pretty neat space. Bring up some crates. Maybe we could start a farm up here too. We're gonna just bait over these zombies. Got him. What we got? Really, let's check the ignition. And in here. What a shame. Screwdriver. Say less. Drop. What do I drop? What do I drop? Fuck the fillet knife. We have a fillet knife already. Driver. Dippy Market. Empty. I'm not looting anything right now because my inventory is already packed, so there's really no point in even looking. I'm just gonna sit there being like, what can I drop? What can I take? Once we get a base of operation where I could depot my loot, depot just means like drop off and store. Once I get that going, we're gonna start really scavenging and hitting up these places. But I'm just gonna clear them for now, so that way I don't really have much as a big fight when I come back. Destroyed. Oh, look, this guy had a fillet knife. We have muscle strain, so we gotta be careful. More zombies over here. Deal with them. Please, no sprinter, man. Level 1 maintenance. What's up, John? Welcome back. Alright, our muscle strain is getting quite bad. Thank you, sir. I need more bullets. Alright, we'll take it easy. Take it easy, take it easy. Lock myself in here. Oh, we got a lot of meat in here. Well, not a lot of meat. Let's have a dehydrated meat stick. This dehydrated meat stick. Hang on, guys. I just gotta use the bathroom quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. That coffee is fucking melting my stomach. It made it so strong. I was like twitching. Super caffeinated. Oh, I forgot I'm exerted. What's also really nice about this game is I like how you can level up your fitness to counter the issues you face with exertion. You can level up your strength, which increases your carrying capacity. What am I doing? Let me rest. Literally playing like a dum-dum. Just gonna sit on the floor. Sit on ground. Yeah, you see how, I don't know if you guys could see it, but you see how this guy's vibrating? That was me before. Literally. Literally vibrating. Hello? I think we're clear. I think we're on the outskirts of the town as well. Crunch. Next to you. The reason I spin around like that is just because I like to do a search of my surroundings before I lock in. I just don't want to get ran up on. So that mod I use, Easy Set Alarm. You could see, I don't know if you guys could see it, but this watch has an alarm set. You could just right click it and click Unset Alarm. That way the alarms don't go off on any of the zombies or anything. You don't got to put it in your inventory and bring up a fucking buy screen. So we're gonna keep running this way a little bit. There appears to be a road over here. Let's follow this dirt road and see where it leads. Maybe it's gonna bring me to a campsite. Oh, my guy is super thirsty. Half this water bottle. Hydrate. I think this is just a back road to the town, perhaps. Could be wrong. Yeah, it just leads straight to the town. Is that a police zombie? It's not. I need to find a police zomboid so I can steal his holster for my gun with no bullets. But at least I could get it out of my backpack. He's gonna try to get a stealth kill on this guy down. Crunch. I love how when you kill the zombies, like it sounds nice, very crunchy. I was curious about. Is this just like a fucking residential walking trail? I guess so. See where this leads. This has to lead to some form of campsite.
Hey.
Zombies hiding behind this fucking green tree.
Hey.
They have to address the fact that he could hide behind such a skinny tree. They either have to make the trees thicker or make the zombies more visible. You know, easier said than done, but I'd like to see that implemented. So I think we are going to take over this house temporarily. It's isolated. Very isolated. fanny pack in here. I think I've been here. This house quick. It's clear. We got a nice spacious bedroom I could take over. Front door's intact. That's huge. And we have a window in here. Nice. So I'm gonna start. Oh, all this shit. And then we'll just take back what we need. But yeah, this will be our base of operations. Time being. This is a good little FOB. FOB stands for Forward Operating Base. Like a little outpost. So we can operate just out of this little room. It has the bare minimum of what we need. It's isolated. It's in the corner of the map. Boom. House. Done. I looted all of these. Not sure about these. Oh, there's a little farmhouse over there. Alright, so we'll check that out. We'll check that out. Move the broken glass. One thing I do not like about this is the security is very poor because I have this wide open window that zombies can just stumble through, even if they're just migrating. Definitely don't want that, especially when I'm sleeping. I'm going to collect some stones and make a fire so I could cook these sausages because the power is off. The only way of cooking really is with fire. Need regular stones. Got 3 regular stones we can build. Now I'm going to pick up this log. I'm going to pick up both logs actually. Since everything's set to rare, finding matches or lighters is quite uncommon. So I'm going to just keep like a forever fire going. See, this is what I mean. Like this motherfucker could have been the end of me. Rid of that guy. I'm gonna build the fire out here right by the garbage pail. Build it right there, that's fine. Let's destroy the logs for fuel. And then we'll light it up. We'll cook our sausages. We have some protein. We have good hunger reduction. Let's grab my matches. No lighting method available. Oh, I need twigs. Forgot I need to use something. Which will do. Do I have carving? Handy. Light this up. Still no lighting method available. What do you speak of? Find something small I could just burn, like a magazine. Have to have something. Oh, socks. Here we go. This will work. It's the socks. Light it up. Sausages. Cook. So going to take this chair. It's the cook. Oh damn, this is cooking pretty slow. Great. Our shortness of breath has subsided. I'm gonna go look for some more logs, just so we have more fuel when the fire gets low. Because I don't want this thing to go out entirely. Because I don't have to. I just don't want to have to spend matches constantly and run out. And if you guys didn't know, you could just pick up logs straight off the ground. Got 12 more hours of fuel. Each log gives you, I think, 6 hours of burn time. I'm gonna add both logs. So now this fire's gonna burn until tomorrow night. I don't gotta worry about nothing. Don't gotta worry about nothing. I guess what we could do is start reading our mechanics book. That'll be useful. This thing will be done very soon. We are getting sleepy. Cooked. One of them now, and then I'll eat another one tomorrow. I also am going to take the fanny pack. I'll have another container. What? Where'd it go? Am I wearing it? Not showing up. Strange. I guess that fanny pack is bugged. I'm gonna look for a curtain before bed, just so I could put it up in the window. Got that any zombies spawn in and wanna come say hello. Just gonna look. I think I cleared these houses, but we'll just double check them. Curtain. Got a curtain bathroom over here. I'll wash all my clothing in the bathtub quick. You're gonna stream for your first time, hoping to be the first, to my knowledge, to get 1 month in Zomboid with real time selected. How do you have your live stream set up technical wise? So I use OBS. It's completely free. I highly recommend it. I have 2 monitors. I have my main gameplay monitor, and then I have my stream monitor on the left of me. It's just a really cheap one that I use to, view chat and monitor what's happening. Yeah, no problem, bro. So, yeah, I have 2 monitors. I have a really shitty, cheap monitor that I got for like 40 bucks that I just use to, you could even use a TV. You don't have to buy a new monitor. As long as it displays and you could plug in an HDMI cable. And you don't even need a second monitor per se. You could just pull up on your phone if you have a phone or whatever, smartphone. You could just pull up YouTube on your phone and read chat like that. So you don't necessarily need to have 2 monitors. But with OBS, it makes it really easy. There's tons of YouTube tutorials out there. It might be a little confusing at first, but once you understand it, like watch a video or 2 and just fuck around with it for like a day, and you'll figure it out. Now, unfortunately, in order to stream, this is the hard part. I think you need a certain amount of followers to stream on YouTube. I'm not sure about that, so double check what I'm saying. But I remember I needed 100 subscribers before I could stream. I'm pretty sure. I have no problem subscribing to you and getting you to that number so you could stream. But once you start streaming, dude, all I do is I go on YouTube, you click create, go live, and then you hit start stream on OBS. It automatically connects. Once you put in the stream key is just like a password copy and paste it into YouTube or into OBS, and it connects it, and then you just hit start stream, and that's it. And that's how I stream. I literally go on youtube.com, create, launch OBS, start Zomboid, hit start stream, and that's it. And you could on OBS you could set scenes. So like I have Zomboid, and then I have display capture. Display capture is just like my desktop. So if I close Zomboid, it's 50 now, perfect. So yeah, like you'll learn this, but I have two scenes. So I have Zomboid, which is a full screen application. So whenever I'm streaming Zomboid, it'll detect that and stream that. Then I have my display capture, which will show anything. So like let's say I close Zomboid right now, and I want to stream my desktop, and I want to show Steam and go to the workshop and show you guys. I just select the other scene. So like it's really easy. At first, there was a learning curve. At first, I felt a little discouraged. I was like, "Oh, this is very complicated. I don't understand this. I'm gonna need fucking all this microphones and stuff, or like whatever." You don't need that, bro. I literally use a regular gaming headset, and that's it. So yeah, and I'll support your stream, bro. I look forward to it. I'll tune in. Like whenever I don't have time to play, I'd love to support one of you guys. We're gonna eat our sausage. Yeah, no problem. Download OBS. It's free. Don't get sucked into. You're gonna probably see a bunch of sponsored shit on Google. You don't need that. You don't need these expensive softwares unless you're, you know, doing this for a living, and you have to make a great production. Just watch some tutorials. YouTube has great tutorials on OBS. Really easy to use. And as you get better at using it, like 2-3 months down the line, fully understand it. I'm not saying like you're stupid or anything, sorry, but like I'm just saying when you fully understand it, you get used to it, and build from there. You could make like a stream starting screen for free. For my videos, I use an editing software called Wondershare. That is paid. It's like 120 bucks a year. So I don't recommend getting it unless you're gonna make clips. For me, like I use Wondershare for my business in real life. So like whenever I record content for my work, I use Wondershare to post the videos to edit it for advertising in like my local area. So I already had it, so it just made sense for me. Other than that, I'm pretty sure you could just get the NVIDIA app and screen record. I'll subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm sub to you, but I'll definitely subscribe to you. Just remind me. Oh yeah, you could just get NVIDIA or even set it up on OBS. You can have OBS record your stream for you. Just make sure you have enough storage, because if you run out of storage, it'll crash your PC. I had to get a separate hard drive to record my videos on OBS. I'll sub to you as well. Yeah, we spawned over there. I remember I took that hat off the farmer. Let's see what we got going on. We're gonna go left down this. I'm in West Point. Wiggie's here. I don't think we're ready for Twiggy yet. That place is probably gonna be fucking crawling. If you want, as I'm ending the stream, I'll show my OBS how I have it set up. It's very like simple, and I'm sure people are gonna comment, "This guy is not. This guy's an amateur," which I am. So I mean, it is what it is. But I'll show you how I have mine set up and how I did mine, and you could kind of just copy and paste that. And that keep in mind, this is like the bare bones minimum. This isn't like a professional setup. I don't do any stream UI or like follower bar or fucking whatever. I just stream the gameplay. Sprinter. We had a key. Delicious. Yeah, sure, no problem, bro. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you around, bro. Thanks for stopping in and chatting. Good man. Holy shit. Are we gonna watch our muscle strain and shit? I'm gonna start sneaking. Bash his head in. Bash his bloody head in. Shed. Is this a window? It is. It's hidden by the fucking ivy. Got laying. I'm gonna rest in here. I'm gonna use this as like a little resting ground. We'll read rather than just sit here and do nothing. I forgot my water bottle, damn. We're gonna have to break into this house and drink some water. Yeah, I mean, once you get over that hump, it's super easy. I am not an expert though. Like I said, I think you should watch some YouTube tutorials on just like beginner, and that will you could kind of just literally follow what the video tells you. Other than that, I mean, I have no problem showing you. All right, I think we're good to fight. I'm gonna just start sneaking around. I'm gonna stay in the sneaking position. All right, I am terrified of jumping through this window. I'm praying to fucking God there's nobody in the corner. All right, thank God. Strange. I don't like how bright yellow this is, so I'm going to switch back to the gray one. Hopefully this house is empty. It is. Lemonade drink mix. Sauvignon Blanc. Grape jam. Also, 2x, anything with a lot of sugar is gonna help you retain your weight. Sugar equals calories. So like, if you find any canned sodas that aren't diet, drink them. Also another tip is anytime you find a radio, take the battery. You could just right click it and he'll snatch it out. Oh man. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do like any of that sub bar shit because like I said, I'm not I'm not trying to I'm just playing the game and having fun. I could see if like people are streaming and they have like a sub goal or something, they'll put it up there, but I just feel like it's screen clutter and nobody can see that. Kind of like a forced advertisement. Nobody needs to see how many subs I have. Not hating on it, I'm just saying that's my personal opinion. Speaking for me. And a lot of the streamers that I follow, like some of the people I follow, Landmark. Landmark is an Escape from Tarkov streamer. I really like his stream setup. He's also a really chill dude. He's from he lives like, well, he used to live like 20 minutes away from where I grew up. He ended up moving though. But Landmark has a really good stream setup. Uh, I don't know if you know if you guys follow Rust at all. Rust is a cool video game. Spoon Kid. Spoon Kid is a very successful Rust streamer. He doesn't have any face cam or any stream UI or anything. I'm like a firm believer in like the gameplay should be the entertainment. I'm not trying to like uh, become a personality per se. Like I'm not looking to brand myself, like who I am and what I look like. But that's just my goal. Like if you're trying to do 1 month later, you want to do face cam, you want to do sub count, you want to do fucking all that shit, you could do it through OBS, 100%. But just make sure it's not taking up your whole screen. Thankfully, I'm not big enough where I have to have like moderators yet. But if we ever do get that big, I'm gonna make you guys moderators. And any money that we make will go to you guys. And the best part is, even though I'm giving away all the fucking money, I'm still earning it, and I could do it as a tax write-off. So at the end of the year, for my personal income, if I owe any money for taxes, I could literally write it off as payroll. So it works out regardless. I'm getting the money one way or another. I'm just gonna back off quick because I'm exerted. Hey, what's up, man? I'm gonna rest on this couch. Hopefully we catch our breath before these zombies show up. I think they just completely lost track of me. Or they're eating a body. They're probably eating these bodies out front. Oh, I think they found me. Come on in. What is he, lost? Just out front. Going to use the window method of destroying them through the window. Alright, there's gonna be another zombie out here. That is quite frightening. I'm gonna go out the back window. It's called Starving Corpses. Also, just one thing with the mod Starving Corpses. Before you start your world, go into the sandbox settings, select the Starving Corpses tab, and you're going to see max distance from how far they can smell a body. The default is a... Oh my god, excuse me. I'm still drinking coffee. The same cup, by the way. It's whatever. So the max distance, the default is set to 100, and it's kind of fucking ridiculous because it's very far. Like the zombies will smell the body from across the street in the backyard. So what I do is I set the max distance to 30, which is like the perfect number where if basically like just turn down the smell range. And also you want to it's entirely up to you, but you could go to the Starving Corpses player tab, and I always default is the zombies can smell you if you're covered in blood. I turn that off because it makes it to the point where like the zombies are heat seeking, where you could be on the second floor in the master bedroom bathroom and zombies from outside will smell you, which is I think is like very unrealistic. But as long as you tweak the settings a little bit, the mod is amazing. Huge quality of life mod. So yeah, just reduce the max smell distance and make it so the zombies can't smell you, and you'll have a great experience. Got a big tree there. We got a big group in the corner over here. This guy's still alive. Oh my god. Alright, we got a bunch of zombies outside. Dead, ma'am? She is dead. Did she shoot herself? What did she do? Even know. Got some Candam. Yeah, no problem, bro. I would recommend maybe just like go now, fuck with all the mods, like set up your world and start it, and then just log out so you have it. So next time you want to play, you don't have to go through the pain of like remembering or fucking having to set up the world. Because for me, setting up my world takes like 5 to 10 minutes depending on what I want to do. Like if I'm adding new shit or whatever. What I do before I stream, well, what I usually do, I did it differently today, but I'll create my world and I'll load in, and then I'll start my stream, if that makes sense. But I'll always just create my world, even if I'm not going to play that night or that day. I'll make my world, set it up, make sure it's functioning, and that way I could just, whenever I'm ready, I could come back and actually play it. I don't have to worry about like fucking, because sometimes like I'll want to play, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through the hassle of, I gotta click through all the menus, I gotta make this world, like, oh my god. So I know to just do it when I'm like, when I'm fresh, and I can just always come back to it. Even at a later date. God. The infiltration. Dead? Yeah, he's dead. No guns. I have a pistol, I just need bullets. Seems to be... Fucking dickhead. God, scared the life out of me. Gotta be very careful going down these stairs. Exactly why. Case in point. Alright, I think we're clear. I'm gonna go outside and see what's good. Oh, let me check. Did I check this?
Psst. Psst. Psst.
Sorry, I was just pre-firing because I thought I heard a zombie step. I thought he was like camping the door, waiting for me. I'm gonna deal with this group across the street because I have the fence to assist me. Pretty easy kills, free XP. Okay. Next. Yeah, I heard. I've never used Britas, but it's held in high regard. Hobbs and Perkins furniture. Or, I'm sorry, tools. Torch. I'm gonna take that now that I have space. Just need a welding mask and we could actually start doing some damage. Oatmeal cookie mix. Take the saucepan. Could store water in it at least. I'll take okay. Yeah, I just had to end one of my worlds today because the map mod I was using was crashing my whole PC. Like the world wouldn't load. The zombies became invisible. And unfortunately I just had to end it. Started this world today. Fairly fresh. That's why I'm like scavenging around so much. This is a sack of flour? It is. So you can make bread with flour. You just need eggs. Bread is very high in carbohydrates, so it's perfect for if you're going through like what is the word? A famine, a food issue. We have invisible zombies again. I was about to say. Oh, there goes the bat. Alright, we need to find a new weapon. Oh yeah, you do need yeast, you're right. Yeast is what makes the bread rise. I was wrong. You need flour, eggs, and yeast. Thank you, John. Giving out bad info here. I'm going to take a second. We're going to rest on this couch. We'll catch our breath. I'm going to half of this strawberry jam. Oh! Right, we caught our breath. That was fairly quick. We do have the hammer still, so we do have a weapon. I just want a long blunt weapon. I guarantee this guy wakes up. Not. Nada. I need more bullets. Got a weapon. Chocolate kisses. Or chocolate chip, I should say. Or she's gonna sue me. Take that battery. Is dead. Yo, one thing I always wanted to do, I always see ledges like this at houses. Just like frame this off with a doorway and set up a tent and just live up here outside. This would be a perfect setup if you took the claustrophobic trait where you become panicked if you live indoors or like a very small room. So you technically are outside. You just set up a tent and live out here, and technically you're in a house. Well, at least you have protection from zombies on the ground. Oh my god. Level 1 running. Search this. Right here. Okay, I completely whiffed. The whole fucking gang is here. Be good lucky shove. I'm gonna see if I could bait him through the window quick. Guess not. Punish. Come out the window, come out the window, come out the window. Please. Bro, what? Is he good? Right here, bro. Great. Always fucking with me, man. Oh my god. This is why I hate short blunt. Just get tired. Your one arm gets strained so bad, and then you're just stuck doing no damage. Alright, we got lucky with these shoves, thank god. Finish it off. So for me, I'm like a long blunt and a short blade enjoyer. I think that's the best combo. And the reason why I love short blade so much is because it's a very lightweight weapon that can be maintained with a whetstone, and you can repair it very easily by carving short handles and just remaking it, like reassembling it. So not only is it very easy to maintain, but also it has a utility to it where if you have a high sneak skill, you can do that stealth kill from behind. You can't do that with any other weapon. And additionally, it's a great backup. If you do have a high short blade skill, you can really fucking do some damage. And since it's such a light weapon, your muscle strain is like non-existent. So long blunt is like the heavy hitting, long reach weapon, and then the short blade is like the up close personal, you know, cut 'em up. We got a fucking AK-47. And it has a scope. We have no bullets, of course. Excellent find. Let's see, we still have some muscle strain. Okay, though. Yeah, finding the ammo is going to be the hard part, I would imagine. I have it set to extremely rare, I think. Rare? Yeah, I think either insane or extremely rare, I'm not sure. But if we go to the gun store, we should have some luck. Try to sneak past these guys. I need to start upgrading my stealth skill so we could get some of these stealth kills, because sometimes it's just not worth taking these fights. Especially when the sprinter population gets much higher, we're going to rely heavily on stealth, and we're going to be relying a lot more on weapons. It seems once you come face to face with more than 2 sprinters, it becomes unmanageable to the point where you have to shoot, because they're just going to chase you to the end of the earth. Unless you have like a physical barrier, like a door that you could shut in their face and go out the back door and separate yourself, you have to shoot. The fucking tree almost got me killed there. Still have our exertion. See if I can just get a lucky shove. There we go. Shoes are probably destroyed. I gotta check the condition. So if you guys didn't know, when you stomp a zombie, it actually does damage to you. Like if you're on 1 HP from, let's say, like illness, and you stomp the ground, or I'm sorry, you stomp a zombie, it will literally kill you. Also, another thing I forget I have is the butt stroke mod. The butt stroke mod revamps the melee attack with the weapon. It makes it actually do damage. So as long as you have a rifle, you can beat the hell out of these zombies. It's just like a last line of defense. If your weapons are broken, you know, and you have like super high muscle strain, the hitting them in the face with your gun is quite good because it doesn't do much damage. It won't outright kill them. It can though, but it has a high chance of knocking them down, staggering them. So I do have a can of worms. So if I find a fishing net, can catch some fish. Need to find the magazine though, so I can dismantle or create my own. I think for fishing nets you just need twine and you need wire, like a spool of wire. Radio done? Like a ham radio. Options, so no, check. Take the battery. Nothing much down here. Pressing. Check the shed. Here zombies. Bellows. See what I mean? One hit. Jeez. I don't think I'm gonna take this. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this. We have high exertion. Not gonna risk this man's life for 4 kills. I'm gonna go through the house just to throw them off. And then sneak away into the night. Oh. More zombies. Excellent. Alright, we gotta be very careful. I gotta break line of sight here. We gotta sit and rest. Dude. We're not gonna go too deep into here, but we're gonna go far enough where they're gonna have trouble finding me. This should be good. Sit in a nice open clearing. That way we have time to react. Got high exertion, that's okay. So if you guys didn't know, you could actually aim, could do a combat stance and spin while you're sitting. I call this the helicopter method. I'm just kidding. But you can do this if you are paranoid that somebody's sneaking up on you. Got here. Canned ham. Can I need the can opener for that. We're gonna eat the rest of our jelly. We are losing weight. Hopefully this fixes it. Not gonna eat half of the chocolate kisses. These have a lot of calories. I think we're gonna get like 600 calories out of this. Still not enough. Guess we gotta eat the rest of them. For you guys didn't know, when you lose weight, your running does go up, but your strength goes down. So you become less effective in melee combat. But you get better at running. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. You could kind of fine-tune what kind of character you want to play as. So like for somebody who uses guns and has a lot of ammo, strength really isn't a problem. I would probably sit around like 75 kilograms, maybe between 70 and 75 kilograms, just because you're not going to be really using melee weapons. You're going to be using your guns. But if you're heavily dependent on melee, like this character, weight is a big deal, and strength. Check out this house. This house is fucking huge. Shut up. Oh, you're devoid of Boyd. Well, you came to the right place. You're not going to be devoid anymore. No longer devoid. We got fucking bathrobe. I don't think it's wise to even wear a jacket, especially in August, just because you're going to overheat so fast, you're going to constantly be thirsty and sweating. Help if you died. See. We're going to clear this house. Seems we got some tools. And then the toolbox. I think these pliers are very useful. Need pliers for fishing nets. Tire iron for changing tires. Alright, let's check upstairs. Oh, we got a basement as well. I do not play with multi-hit. I am a firm believer in not playing with multi-hit. Think about it, in real life, am I going to swing a bat and hit multiple people with it? I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to play the game, but for me, doing these like realism RP playthroughs, it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm not going to swing a bat and hit 3 people in the face in one hit. You know? I never really, when I was learning the game and I was new, I played with it as training wheels, but as I got better, I didn't like it. I can't see shit. Mine will take. Just gonna run around in the dark basement and hope it gets me. Need a flashlight or something. Does this have a flashlight? Ooh, I have 1 round in the chamber. I didn't realize. Did it drop on the ground? Did I just waste my... I did. I had 1 round in the chamber, and I wasted. What a shame. That 1 bullet could have saved my life, man. You. I agree. Oh, and just to let you guys know, the upcoming Resident Evil game, I am going to be streaming it, a complete playthrough, and I'm going to be uploading a playthrough series of it. I know it's different from what we usually play, but I'm just a huge fan of Resident Evil, so if you guys like to tune in and watch that, I'll be streaming it live and also posting the playthroughs themselves to you. So even if you can't make it, you guys can always just watch the video. And I just want to let you guys know that. So for a couple days, once Resident Evil comes out, we're going to be playing that. And then once I beat that, we're going to be switching back to Zomboid, back to our regular streams. I just want to give notice. Now that it's getting late, I'm just going to run home. We'll level up our running skill a little bit. How the fuck do I get home? Plus the left. It felt like I went so far, but in reality, all I did was like go down the street and make left. Guess we did a lot of fighting. We got 128 kills, not bad. I think we killed like 10 zombies with the other guy. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna play on the hardest difficulty. That's the only way. Do you guys know, I watched the trailer, I just can't remember. If anybody knows off the top of their head, is that game gonna be first person like Resident Evil 8, or is it gonna be third person like classic games? I feel like if it has Leon, it's gonna be third person. Or imagine if they had like, you could do either or. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, the fire is still going. That's crazy. I'm gonna grab these logs out here. Move grass. Log. I'm waiting for the Resident Evil 5 remake. Me and my friend played Resident Evil 5 so much. I think I beat that game like 20 times. I got all of like the hidden guns. When you upgrade the the starting pistol, if you upgrade it fully, you get like the minigun. I got all the outfits. I beat all the mercenary missions. I got all the DLCs. I was like addicted to that game. It was so fun. Playing as Wesker in mercenaries mode and like how you could sprint around. Super cool. Very good game. "14 hours of fuel." Damn. Rest in our chair. Our book. We're like super tired, high exertion. Oh, man! Facts. I remember when I was super young, before I was like even able to play video games, I would watch my my older brother play Resident Evil, and he would purposely let the zombies kill him, and I would like fucking break down crying, freaking out, because I was like I was literally like a child. Good memories, man. I agree. Do you know the people that make the remaster that made the remasters for Resident Evil? Did Capcom do it themselves, or did they hire outside developers to do it for them? Because I know a lot of people that make remakes, they have like other companies, like Bethesda's hiring a game studio to do it for them. Like the people that did the Oblivion remaster wasn't Bethesda; it was a different company. I mean, it wasn't really a remaster, it was just Unreal Engine 5 importing all the assets. You haven't played since Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 4 was the first Resident Evil game that I played myself, that I didn't watch somebody play. And I remember when I got to the first village, and the chainsaw guy comes out, and you're in that house where you get the shotgun. I was so fucking scared when he busts down the door and they start coming through the windows upstairs that I had to turn the game off. And I think the furthest I got, like I revisited it when I was older, but the furthest I got before I got like so scared was when you get to the church and you have to put the different pieces of the seal behind the church, and then it opens up the church. And then another great horror game that I'm a huge fan of, even though it's not zombies, Dead Space. Dead Space is it's a shame what happened, man. EA fucking bought it and then canceled the game. They made the third game and then stopped making them. I have no idea why. But then they remastered the first one. I'm waiting for the second one to get remastered. Me and my friends would play Resident Evil 2 player and have so much fun. All right, we gotta drink some water. Gotta depot some loot. We have a water bottle in here. Let me lift the curtain. In some sunlight. Shit off. A lot of good games, man. Like one-offs. Red Faction Guerrilla was a game that I played. There was two of them, I'm pretty sure. I remember the destruction in that game was so cool. It's like you were on Mars and you were like a guerrilla mercenary. You just go around smashing shit. Like the government was tyrannical, so you just pull up to these outposts and the goal is to literally like blow up every single fucking building. It was insane. But at the time it was like breaking it, like groundbreaking technology. I'd never seen anything like it. Very cool. Stop. Oh. See. Oh, we still have our mechanics skill book. That's the time. Yeah, EA is... Fuck EA, man. That's what happens when you have people who are making shit for profit. I mean, it goes everywhere, not just games. Fucking movies. Look what happened with Star Wars. Disney bought that shit and said, "Yo, we're gonna make a fucking $1 trillion." Oh my god. New trilogy? I don't know what the fuck that was. The only good Star Wars movie that came out, in my opinion, since Disney acquired it, is Rogue One. In my opinion, the Han Solo movie was so fucking ass. You couldn't pay me to... Actually, you could pay me to watch it, but I wouldn't watch that shit for nothing. You would have to pay me $100 to watch it, or else it's not worth... It's just not worth it to me. If somebody said, I'll pay you $50 to watch Han Solo, I would say no. I would decline it. Same thing with the entire new trilogy. In my opinion, Star Wars The Clone Wars, the fucking animated series, is better than the new trilogy. When Disney bought Star Wars and they made the final season of the animated Clone Wars series, that shit was gas. 10 out of 10. But that's because they had, I forget his name, they had some guy direct it and create it. Um, and it was so good. Yeah, but Rogue One was the only good movie in my opinion. Andor, I heard Andor. People love Andor. I just haven't watched it because I just gave up. I was so demoralized. I tried watching Mandalorian. Mandalorian, the first season was cool. This is the way. But then the second season, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the second season when Ahsoka came around, that was really cool. But other than that, I didn't care for it. Oh, that's cool. I saw a lot of people are making they modded the shit out of Starfield and they made a Star Wars mod for Starfield. Oh, another huge thing. Bethesda announced, well, they didn't officially announce it, but one of the directors or whatever, somebody that's like higher up in that corporation, leaked Starfield 2.0. Apparently, they've been working on like everything that the player base was saying the game needed. They've been working on it secretly, and they're gonna put out a huge update that uh, basically delivers on what they promised, similar to how Cyberpunk was. So I'm looking forward to that. I was a huge fan of Starfield. It was just lackluster. I got bored very quick. But the core elements were cool. I didn't really care much for the main story, but the side quests were cool. Like planets was that shit. Let me think. What else? I don't even know. But unfortunately, I am going to be ending the stream here soon. I have to eat. I haven't eaten all day. I've literally been sitting here eating fucking hash browns slowly. So I got to eat some real food. I feel like I'm dying, especially with drinking coffee all day. Before I end the stream, though, like I promised, I am going to show my OBS setup. So let me just this quick. Quit. Oh, I gotta like get up and move around too. Oh! Quit the desktop. Let's bring over our OBS screen. Oh my god. Can I make this go away? Let's turn that off. There we go. So yeah, um, wait for the stream to catch up. All right, so here we have the OBS setup. I mean, it's quite simple, right? I have my two scenes, so I just have my main screen, which is this. I have Zomboid. So when you create a scene, go to mode, or you could go into the options. I'm not sure, but you could do capture any full screen application. So when you stream, let's say I tab out of Zomboid to fuck with something, it's still going to stream the full screen application. It's not going to leave Zomboid, and you don't have to show your desktop if you have sensitive fucking files or whatever. Um, and then I have just regular display capture. I have that hidden. The display capture is just going to be like whatever I have displayed, so I could show like Discord, my files, whatever. Oh, you can't. Oh, you got black screen? Hang on, bro. My bad. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me explain it again. So the reason why I was doing that was because I was clicking Zomboid. So so now you guys can see I just have one scene, which is my main screen. And sources is your video source. Um, Let me make it bigger for you. So you can see, so whenever I click Zomboid, that's why the screen was black, because it's searching for a game app for an application such as a video game. Uh, since Zomboid isn't running, it's just capturing nothing. And I have that set to capture any full screen application. So even if I'm playing a different game, even though it's named Zomboid, it'll capture the game rather than my desktop. So if you tab out, it'll keep streaming the game, even if it's minimized. Display capture 2, that's basically what I'm showing you now. It just captures my desktop. So if I go to Steam, we're looking at the workshop, for example, it'll show that. Now you have these two little icons, the eyeballs. If you, for example, if I click that, the screen goes black, and then I could show it. I hid Zomboid, this one, so that's why but it's very simple. I literally when I stream, so on the right you could see stop streaming, start recording. You could set it up so it streams and records at the same time, which is what I do. Um, but when I close Zomboid, it stopped the recording. For audio, you have to add your audios. So right here I have my desktop audio, which is what you're hearing in the background. So like I could mute that. Now you're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear the music anymore. And then I have my mic separate. So if I mute my mic, you guys aren't going to hear me. Also, you're going to have to fuck with the sound. So I have my desktop, like the gameplay volume, at negative 19 decibels. I have my mic at negative 1 decibel. Rule of thumb is you want your audio, your game audio, to not surpass. You see how you have the green bars, you have the yellow section and the red section? You want your game to never surpass being green. If your game is going into yellow or red, you need to lower it. And you want your mic volume to be in the yellow threshold. If your mic goes into red, that's going to be like ear rape audio. Um, I'm not sure how loud my game, like, I didn't really do a check before I started streaming, so I don't know. But that's the rule of thumb. So for your game, you want it to stay in the green. One way you could check is just by literally running your game and playing, and you could see the audio. And then for your mic, I would talk at the loudest volume as if you're speaking to somebody in an audience. And if it stays, in the low yellow threshold, that's perfect. And you could lower it, you could raise it. Like for example, if I want to lower this, I could lower this live. Like now my voice is going to get a lot lower. You guys can't even barely hear me probably. And we're going to louder. We're going to go back to negative 1, which is what I like to have mine at. Now, it's very sensitive. Like right now I have my mic literally right next to my mouth. Keep in mind this is a headset microphone. But if I move my mic away from my mouth, a lot different. Now, I moved my mic away from my mouth. It wasn't even picking up my voice. It's probably going in and out. So that's basically it, man. I basically before I start streaming, I get everything up and running. I make sure ZOMBOID's running. My world is good. Then I come here. I just click start stream on the right. YouTube picks it up, and there we go. For my stream, this is my YouTube. So I have my analytics. Give it a second, it'll catch up. I don't know if it's going to show it. I don't think it's going to show YouTube. I don't know why. But, oh, here we go. Yeah, it is. It just had to catch up. So for my stream, you can see you have analytics, you have stream settings, stream health. You guys could see the whole chat, reading the chat, and live. I got my Skyrim music tab, and that's pretty much it. That's my stream setup. Pretty easy, very simple. I also have my stream muted so I don't echo, because obviously this is on a delay. It's just for broadcasting. I don't have it set to delay. I didn't set any delay, but it's on YouTube's end. So pretty simple. Also, a new feature is dual streaming. I would highly recommend. I don't have it turned on right now. That was a mistake, but it makes it so when you stream, it also makes it into a short. So like people on YouTube Shorts, your stream will pop up. Right now, my stream won't show up on YouTube Shorts, which is a mistake. In order to fix this, oh, and also make sure when you stream, you can see right here, I'll highlight it. It says public. Might have to click edit, and default it's on private for me. So sometimes I'll start streaming and forget that it's on private, and you're just going to be streaming to yourself. So just always make sure it's on public. I leave it on analytics so I can see the concurrent viewers, the chat rate, the views, average view duration, and you could just see the chat room. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, pretty easy, very simple. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I might go live again later tonight, depending on what I got to do. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll also subscribe to you once I end this nil, and I will see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. I'll put out a community post to let you know if I go live. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and good luck with setting up the stream, bro. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, actually, here, I'll show you. Stay here for a second. It'll catch up. But yeah, this is... You guys will see this live, but this is happening sooner for me. So yeah, just when you're done streaming, bro, could either click stop streaming on OBS or end stream. I always do end stream here first. even if your stream is behind, it'll catch up. So right here, I'm gonna end it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.